Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series. This is not going to be replacing my new series on Growers Farm. It's actually going to be another series as well as that, but I did say there was only one casual Let's Play, and there is only one casual single player Let's Play. This is actually multiplayer, but it's not multiplayer as you know it. It is just two of us, me and Chainsaw 100. This has been requested by a lot of my viewers and definitely a lot of Chainsaw's viewers. I've seen loads of people saying, can you do a multiplayer with Chainsaw 100 because he's really realistic and stuff. So here we are. Multiplayer. Chainsaw 100 and me. Nobody else. There is going to be other videos in the future of multiplayer on other maps with my viewers. But yeah, this one is just for us two. So I'm hoping this is going to be an incredibly realistic, as much as it can be, and enjoyable series to play. Now this isn't going to be every day, because I do still have Growers Farm to do and Survivor roleplay. This is just going to be whenever I have the time and whenever Chainsaw has the time, because of course, yeah, we both have to be able to join the game at the same time. Otherwise it's not really going to work. It wouldn't really be multiplayer anymore, it would just be single player. So anyway, I've just brought the first machine. This is by Custom Modding, the 8400R, with the fairly large drill. It isn't the largest of the drills, but this one is still pretty big, the Hasen Beikler Austrian Agrotechnik. And yes, it's a direct drill, it's massive, and it's going to be perfect for this particular Let's Play. So Chainsaw is just following somewhere. He has been following with the Combine Harvester, which is obviously not that fast. It travels at a Combine Harvester speed, but he is going over to the field. We have field number 12, and it is going to be done straight away. So you can see here we have the wheat field. We also own 33 and 41. We don't own anything else except for the yard. We do own the yard as well, and of course common land. I had to buy the common land to get all the other places to work, although they might work anyway. I'm not too sure. Some maps, things like the BGA, don't work if you don't own the common land. So that is it. That is all I have to say really before we get into this. Chainsaw is starting over there with a very big machine. We do still have a number of other machines to bring back, which I can do as we're waiting, but I think probably before I do take that back, it would be wise to take a trailer over to the field. Otherwise we are going to be leaving Chainsaw to wait, and it would not be a good idea to have the Combine Harvester waiting. We have all the machines here actually, so that would be my job, probably off screen, just taking everything which we already own back over to the farm. Anyway, look at this. Yeah, so I've also had a lot of requests to do an American style map, which is of course this, Lone Oak Farm, and it's very nice to have it back. It was in 17, I need to drive on the right hand side of course. I'm really not too familiar with these roads, but yeah, it was in 17, and very, very kindly of BulletBill, he's allowed Oxygendavid to convert it over. So thank you to both of you for obviously getting this into 19. It's very good to have it here. For anybody who's wondering how to download it, it's just on the official mod hub. Very simple to get it. It's actually, at the moment it's on the first page, but if you're watching this a few weeks down the line, maybe a few months or a year down the line, it's going to be a long way back in the Farming Simulator 19 mods on Mod Hub, so just type in Lone Oak. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to take this over to the field, and then we can continue getting the machinery back to the farm. Okay, so here we are. The Combine is on swath mode. We do have a Heston baler, so I think the best thing to do is to Heston bale this, and yeah, because it is just us two, we can definitely cope with having some bales. It's only on the main multiplayer server where bales cause no end of lag, because they're going to be managed properly, they're going to be disposed of properly, either through selling or by feeding them to the animals or putting them in a mixture or bedding or whatever. It is absolutely fine to have them on here. So I have no idea where he's going to get to. He is still moving. I think probably we'll position the lorry over here. As you can see, it is a very large Combine Harvester, a very good working width on the header. The plan is really to get through the harvests fairly quickly. We're going to try and buy as much land as possible. That is the goal. And yes, that can now stay there. I think the best thing for me to do is to get the baler, but maybe I'll just unload alongside. That will make things much faster. Although actually, I don't think it's going to make it. So clearly we do have a lot of grain to be going for here. It's going to be quite a bit of money's worth. Now we have £400,000 exactly. We do have quite a bit of haymaking equipment to buy, and also some other major pieces of equipment. It just depends what we're going to go for. We might even do root crops or something like that. All of that machinery is very expensive. So I think 400,000 is a fairly reasonable bank account balance to start off with. Right, so it's going to be the top, isn't it? Top of the field where I need to go to. Now we're both doing a video, so if you want to check out the time-lapse which is being created here, check out Chainsaw 100's channel. He should be uploading it around the same time as this video is being published, so yes, it's hopefully there at the time of watching this. Of course, watch this video first, and then go and take a look. There we go. Right, so I think we'll unload going along here. This is also the lone oak, the one tree that the whole map is named after. It's a very special tree. Okay, so yeah, it's about 75% full again. Go for an unload. And then I'm going to go and grab the baler. But that combine is filling up very quickly. The good thing though is the unload rate is fairly decent, so we don't have to sit around all day. Right, so here we are. We have the Challenger. Now everything, all the equipment is going to be taken back to the farm either within this episode or before the next episode. And well, I think we all know that the yard is going to be kept fairly neat because Chainsaw 100 always tends to keep a fairly neat yard, so that is good. For all of you viewers who like a good neat yard, you should be seeing one in this Let's Play. Anyway, it's a good challenge, this. I think it's the one which is around 650 horsepower. It is the most powerful tractor that we have on the map, so yeah, it's probably a bit much for the baler, but we do have other tractors that we can swap it over to if we want to. I'm hoping we do have a workshop. I'm pretty sure there is a workshop in the barn in the yard, so we might use the John Deere. I should also say, if you hear a USB unplug sound, for whatever reason my computer keeps doing it. It keeps just every now and then, like once every 2 hours or something, it just sends that sound through. I have no idea why. It did it in the survival roleplay, which is very embarrassing. But yes, if you do hear it, it's not you, or at least it probably isn't you. If you are concerned, just click back in the video 5 seconds and see if it repeats it. If it does, then it was me. I don't know if it's just me, but this Challenger seems to be a much richer yellow colour than the smaller Challenger. I don't know, it just looks to be. Maybe it's just the lighting. So we do have these two grass fields here. I can remember in my FS17 Let's Play of this, I did plough one of those two fields. I think it was that one there. And well, converted it to an arable field. We might do the same thing again, I'm not too sure. But yeah, like I said, the plan is just to really expand the farm at a fairly rapid rate. Not through cheating, we're not going to add any more money in. We're just going to go at it at the same rate. The combine is full. Not too far away though, that was good. And the timing was almost perfect. I should have been a little bit faster, but obviously I had to bring that back. The good thing is though, as you can see, we're getting through this field very, very quickly. Chainsaw is harvesting that at a very decent rate. Yeah, I don't think we're going to unload in reverse. That could work. Okay. Oh, right, that's going to really test my skills out. Reversing whilst unloading. Well, it's getting the field harvested quickly. Let's do this properly. There we go. And yeah, now because I'm going to be in the field anyway doing the baling, I'll be able to see when the combine is getting close to full. The beacons will most likely be switched on, or the order will be put out. Okay, right. So back over to the Challenger, which is just over here. And well, we'll see how we go to begin with such a high horsepower tractor. It's working. As mentioned before, I really do like the Heston balers. And also we've tried to go for a bit of a mixture of brands as well. We've got Challenger, John Deere, there is a Massey Ferguson, but we also want to expand. We're probably going to go for some Case and also some of the other brands such, well, I don't know about New Holland actually. I'm not too sure if New Holland will be used here as a tractor brand. It'd probably be used for an implement, but I do want to try and use everything, so yeah, we're just going to take it one step at a time. The first Heston is out the back. Anyway, I think the best thing for me to do is stick this on the time lapse. We'll get this all, well, as much done as possible, and see where we get to by the time the time lapse is finished. Okay, well that is a lot of the baling done. All this is done, all the top area is done, and now chainsaw is just in the final section. He probably needs to be unloaded actually, because I haven't unloaded it for a while. Is he full now? I think he is. I have been a bit behind. Anyway, let's just transfer. I've changed the field of view. Let's just let's just turn it off. Yes, so I do need to be able to keep up with this. We're actually 89% full though. It's not quite full. I think we do have a silo in the yard, so it might be worth putting this in a silo. Let's just take a look at the wheat. The current price for wheat. It's 1264. Is that good? It sounds alright, but it doesn't sound like the highest it could possibly be. I think we will put it in the silo for now, but it probably will be sold very quickly. Right, so yeah, I'm 97% full. Still going. It's going to be 100%. Yep, 100% full. So we'll go and tip that. I can't really afford to go a long way anyway, because otherwise we're going to be leaving the combine to wait. But yeah, you can see we've almost finished here. For a combine of that size, this is nothing of a job. I'm also under the assumption that these silos here work just the same as in 17. Hopefully they do. I was going to do a first look video, but I didn't really have time. But I have done a first look anyway, so yeah, for 17. It's unloading. I don't know where I've actually opened it up though. It's just disappearing. It is going to a silo, isn't it? Yes, good. And it looks like we do have a lot in the silo already. Let's just take a look here. Which one did I unload before? I think I need to change that to rear. There we go. Good. It's better. So yeah, I think it's not all going to fit, but most of it will do. 50,000 litres is our capacity. Or is that 500,000 litres? Okay. I got that quite wrong. Anyway, that's good. The whole lot can go in there. We can now head back over to the field and prepare ourselves for the combine to be full once again. And I will just complete the baling. And that is the combine finished. So chainsaw is just finished there. I'm just going to complete the baling. Only about a minute left with this as well. And then I think we're probably going to be picking the bales up, although I will just speak to him and see first. Yeah, it would be the sensible thing to do. We can't really cultivate it or direct drill it if there's still a load of bales in the middle of the field. And also I have to make a point of checking to see how many bales we've produced. Because they are Heston bales, obviously you get fewer of them over the quadrant bales, but even so, it's still a vast amount of bales. I think we probably should have had the variable bale capacity mod installed as well, so we could just boost it up to maybe 10,000 litres per bale. But there are two of us, and we're probably going to get the Class Taurian to help clear the field. I know that we've already got the Manitou, which Chainsaw's already said he wants to drive, but yeah, I prefer to go with the wheel loader, so I will most likely buy the Class Taurian, which is 200 and something thousand pounds, and we also need to have some form of trailer, flatbed trailer, which we don't have. So that's why I said that £400,000 wasn't that much money to be getting on with. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else for us to do with the baling. I don't think there's any more straw. That's all the swaths baled. So there we go. Done. Just remove the others out of the baler. And there we go. And we can now check and see exactly how many I've produced if we have stats. Do we have stats? Maybe we don't. Maybe there aren't any at all in multiplayer. I don't really do that much multiplayer, so you'll have to excuse me. Anyway, let's go and put this over here. Try and find a good place for it. I think this shed here on the left hand side is best suited for bales. This one in here, that's where I used to put the bales in 17. This one here is the workshop, just in there, which will be used very soon because we're going to have to swap the wheels over on some of these tractors. Yep, it's a good place for putting bales. I don't think it's a good place for putting this. I think this would be better suited around the side there, in this smaller shed. Just here. Yep, perfect. It's a fairly deep shed, so you can get longer machines in here. There we go. Right, so I'm going to go and have a chat with Chainsaw. By the way, this Massey Ferguson here is the US style. It's not the European version. And before anybody says, oh no, you've got another Massey Ferguson, yeah, it's the US style, so it's vaguely different to the European one. And I probably won't be using that much anyway. We'll be sharing it between the two of us. And yeah, I'm going to make sure other brands feature quite heavily as well. That was my ingenious idea actually, to put the Buyer Belts bucket on the bale spike. Probably not a good thing to do for the machine itself on the tines, but it works. You can take two implements back at the same time. Now we do obviously need to sort out some kind of bale trailer, so we'll have a good think about it. Well, that is another machine safely back to the farm. Now, on to more important matters. Oh, we still have the Chrome Big M here and the cultivator. Yes, we need to get the Class Taurian. So the Class Taurian is going to be, like I say, 200 and something thousand pounds. It also might not be the easiest thing to stack bales with, but it is more for the silage in the future. So we're going to go for the lowest spec. Unless it's all the same price, is it? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But yes, it doesn't seem to be affecting the price in any way. I think probably that setup looks good. So 246. And I would prefer to put a bale spike on this. Now luckily this one which we've got on the telehandler also does fit the wheel loader. I didn't know this before, so that's very good news. So it should be easy to do this if we had a trailer. We don't have a trailer yet. I don't know which trailer we're going to use. I think it will probably be on the lorry. It would make sense to have it on the lorry. But that looks good. That looks very good. It's by Smetty. It's Class Taurian. It's available on ModHub. And yeah, it's interesting because there's going to be another Class Taurian in the Class DLC. But this one is free. And it seems to be of very high quality. Whoa! It's more like a funnel out of a cruise ship rather than an exhaust pipe on a wheel loader. Wow! Look at the size of that beast. There is the Manitou in the field. I think Chainsaw's just putting the combine harvester away. And well, it makes me think if we should maybe get a flatbed trailer which can allow you to have a dolly, so we can have a double trailer. That'd be quite a good idea. Okay, so here we are over at the store, and there's only one thing remaining here now, the disc harrow. So very soon everything will have gone. Let's just take a look here. We've got they are auto-load actually, the square bale trailer, but we're probably not going to auto-load, at least not to begin with, because we are going to stack properly. But I think we're going to go for a double trailer setup. I think it would seem to be a logical thing to do. It just means we have to have a dolly, which is not so good. Because for some reason, whenever I use a dolly, my rear trailer starts drifting. Probably because of the speed. Anyway, I just need to set this thing up. That is the trailer which can have a dolly attached to it. So that is the trailer that goes on the front. This may take me a little while to set up. So I'll see you when it's done. Okay, so there we go. We have the two trailers. And we probably could auto-load if we wanted to. I'm not too sure if the Heston bales are compatible with that. But yeah, we're just going to go with the traditional approach of loading it with a telehandler, which doesn't even seem to be an outdated way of doing it. In fact, it isn't at all. It is just the way we're going to do it, the way that most farms do it. Some farms are lucky enough to have an auto stacker. There's no such thing as a teleporting trailer though, which is what this is. But for Farming Simulator, it does make it very fast and very enjoyable using an autoloader like this. Oh, look out. There goes Chainsaw 100. Must be picking up the disc harrow. Which means in the meantime, I can start loading one of the trailers. The only difference here is going to be the actual machine which is moving them. The bale grab itself is exactly the same on both machines. It's just one is a telehandler and one is a wheel loader. So here we go. Let's see how we go with this. I think we're going to be going 3 high. After all, they are Hestons, so I think 4 high would be a bit extreme. Okay, well, we're very close to filling both the trailers. Obviously, if it wasn't attached to the second trailer, we could put 2 more on the back. Actually, we could get 3 more on the back. But yes, we are obviously all attached, and it's not really worth detaching them. So it looks like we're going to get 3, 6, 9, 24 on each trailer, roughly, which is pretty good. It's a good idea. Moving a bit closer. Yeah, I've been strapping as we went, so no risk of anything toppling over, unless the whole thing goes over, which would be very frustrating yet probably highly amusing. This must be a very heavy load, and actually we should be able to get the extra 3 on the back this time, hopefully. One of my bales in the middle is moving. Why is it moving? I don't know. They were perfectly aligned before. I think that's the trouble which Chainsaw 100 has been suffering with as well. The bales seem to shift, even when they are grabbed. Anyway, it is on. Hopefully it stays on. It's very easy to knock them over when it's going uphill. But yes, we'll see if anything does go tumbling. I don't think anything has gone tumbling off the trailers yet, which is good. Ooh, that was me talking too soon. Yeah, I always speak too soon. Always. It's a terrible problem of mine. Shut up, Dagwin. This is the reason why I strap as I go, because then you don't really get that issue. You could push the whole trailer and nothing would fall off. And yeah, the way we're loading this on a hill makes it very, very difficult Anyway, let's get those strapped. I think they're all strapped. Are these strapped? They're not strapped. Oh, they need to be strapped, definitely. Right. Then it should be the trailer finished. Right, so the sell point is here. It's called the bale sell point. That should make it very easy to find, although I don't know how you actually get there. I did actually make a clearing in the woods in 17, which actually went down really well. It was a good idea. So we can go through here, right, okay, I think I know where I'm going to. Come on, you've got the power to do this. Yes, I should have mentioned, I haven't got the updated, well I do have the updated version of the Heston baler, but I didn't have it installed for this particular video. So you don't actually have the straps showing over the bales, but when the Heston baler has been updated, the straps do actually animate over, well, they show over the bales. It looks like they're actually being strapped on. They are locked on, even though they look like they're not. So it's not an issue. Still don't want to drive too fast though, because if I drive too fast, they're going to be over. In fact, I don't think I even have to drive that fast. They are just going to go over anyway. If I take any sort of speed around the corners. Ugh, this is actually horrible to drive because I keep feeling I'm going to flip it over. Right, okay. I'll see you at the sell point, hopefully, if I make it. 41. 41 driving this thing. Scary. That's better. It's much better. That's going to be interesting, getting this in there. Very, very interesting. Hang on, is that a big drop? It is. Oh, no, don't tip over. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to save the game before I do anything here. If I flip this over, then we're going to have a gigantic mess. And I think the entrance is actually there, but I'm going to go through the field. Just so I can guarantee the turning. Nerve-wracking stuff, this. Oh no, a tiny gate. Just what I've always wanted. Well, we should be able to get through it. Oh no, as long as my wheels are on the ground. I never thought of that. The importance of wheels being on the ground. Yeah, here's me just levitating into the sell point area. Now, I wonder if I can actually get these sold without actually going in there. I can. Oh, thank you so much, BulletBill and Oxygendavid, for sorting that out. That would have been very difficult to sell things. They're floating. There we go. Monies. We have monies. Good. And I didn't flip it over. Well, I'm going to leave the video here. There's about 10 bales left, so Chainsaw's going to finish that. Check out his video, and you can see the whole lot from start to finish. And yeah, I'll try and put a link down below and possibly link it at the end of this video as well, as a end screen thingy. But thank you so much for watching. Please do let us know what you thought of the video, because, well, we've had so many requests to do this, so we're doing it. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you again soon. Bye for now.